This is just a quick little note for the students in the Science 121 class here at Luther College. Recording this on November 13th, 2020. And a quick note about observing the moon. We've been working on this moon observing project where we're trying to measure where the moon is against background stars and to see where it is relative to the ecliptic, above or below the ecliptic on various days. And I'd recommended that maybe this morning that you look at the moon, or yesterday morning that you look at the moon, and this morning would have been a good morning to do this again as the moon is waning crescent very, very quickly here. And it's been just kind of fantastic to see the last couple of days. There's a very thin crescent below Venus this morning. But one of the things I want to talk to you about here, and hopefully you noticed this in the moon, and if not, maybe you get a chance to notice it in the next few days as it pops out in the evening sky as a waxing crescent. And that is to see how much of the moon you can see, how easy it is to see the part of the moon that is not actually directly illuminated by sunlight. So this morning, just a really thin, fantastic crescent moon here. And so we see this bright crescent. That is the part of the daytime moon that we can see, of course. And so we see that bright crescent right there. But what you'll see is how easy it is to see the rest of the moon out in here that's not directly illuminated by the sun. And that's Earthshine, is what that is. And so what you're seeing is sunlight reflected off the Earth shining back on the moon. Think about here how easy it is to see when you're outside on a full moon night relative to when it's not a full moon and you're outside at night. We're seeing the sunlight reflected off the moon, washing the Earth's surface in light, that reflected light, and is a very, very bright surface of the Earth. So that if we were actually on the moon, we would be able to see that illumination. And so this is what's going on. Think about this orientation when you've got the sun and the Earth, and right now when the moon is that very thin crescent, the moon is getting around here pretty close to new, right? It's going to be new right here. When it's new, as seen from the Earth, there's the moon, and so the illuminated side of the moon is over here, and we can't see it from Earth, so we call that a new moon. But from the moon, the illuminated side of the Earth is here, and we see a full moon. So right here, we see a nearly full moon. So as the Earth is moving around, as the moon is moving around this direction and becoming a very thin waning crescent, the Earth is becoming a very, very full waxing gibbous, almost full Earth as seen from the moon. And that almost full Earth reflects a lot of sunlight back on the surface of the moon. There's big relative to the moon, right? And so it reflects a lot of sunlight back on the surface of the moon, and it illuminates that part of the moon that isn't in the direct illumination of the sun. And you can see that. So you can see the outline of the moon and see the part of the moon that isn't actually directly illuminated. It's nighttime there on that part of the moon. Daytime here, nighttime there, but it's a nighttime that's awash in a nearly full Earth for any observers who would be there on the moon. So hopefully you had a chance to see that the last couple of mornings. I should have warned you about that when we talked about it on Wednesday, but it's been just fantastic. And by tomorrow morning, Saturday morning, the crescent moon might be so thin it might be hard to see. I'm not sure you'll be able to see it, but maybe there's another day left on Saturday morning to take a look at it. So I hope everybody's doing well, and we'll talk to you later.